On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium, is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains, you can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Started. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. The option, the keeper. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Williams to throw. Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing straight.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The run inside. It's Carr. And the defense drags him down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Play fake, Williams. Moving out to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Looking to buy time. On the move, he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running inside. It's Cobb. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. So now it's second and long. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Johnson. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Finding some room. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Cobb. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Brown wants to pass. Into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Auburn! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Fires downfield. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
Williams. And that is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run inside. It's Carr.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Play action with Williams. Here's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's third and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation. They use their speed to get to the QB.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Williams to throw for it on fourth. He rifles one deep down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. There he goes to the right. Takes it in. Touchdown, Husky.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop. The ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running inside. It's Pop. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's a little room there. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right on the money. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the pass. Got him downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Brown will throw it. Shoots it to the left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Trying to run, it's Cobb. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. Brown wants to pass. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Auburn! Put 6 on the board.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Stanford taking on the number 15 team, the UNLV Rebels. And it's the Cardinal able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Might have a chance. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Caught in the backfield, it's Nimrod. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams fires to the right. Caught by Williams on the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Throwing, Williams. Still looking, on the move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Snags it over the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Washington! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, and this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Cobb. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They feed him again. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Brown will throw it. Pucks it out of the air. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? He's going to lose a yard on that one. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Kane. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Got his man. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. They'll start on the ground with Washington.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires to the middle. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here's Williams to throw. Fakes to grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Washington wants to go quickly. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what
He's got it down the field. Breaks into the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. finds his big tight end. And he'll be brought down, and he has them set up with a 1st and goal as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Williams to the air again. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. Auburn just trying to run out the clock. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He'll take it himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Williams throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late.
Well, that is exactly what you want to see by the wide receiver in this situation of the game. 2 minutes, you're down in possession, no timeouts. So you've got to be able to get first downs to stop the clock or get out of bounds. And
he caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.